Good afternoon from Sweden. So I hope you are well. My name is Hannah and this is the 1st of April 2026 and we are going to look at the energies for April, and this is the I Ching reflection for April 2026, and there'll be the overall energies to look that we're going to live through, and then we're going to get some guidance on how to navigate them best in order to have the most smooth and joyous day forward, or way forward throughout April. So we're starting by rooting ourselves into the present moment. So you're sitting down, and if you're sitting on a chair, place your feet below you, and if you're standing up, feel the weight and connecting to the surface below you. And if you're lying down, just feel the weight of your body towards the surface below. And as you breathe in, you feel your spine rising towards the sky, or the spine stretching out. Feel like you've got tree roots growing out from the soles of your feet, growing in deep, deep, deep into Mother Earth below you. And as you breathe in, you're pulling energy from Mother Earth into the lower dantian, which is the center point of you, about 2 fingers below the navel and about 3 fingers in. And you're breathing in and out through your nose, and you're breathing into the stomach, and as you're breathing in, the stomach expands. Pulling the energy from Mother Earth into the lower dantian. And now as you breathe in, you feel your spine rising towards the sky. And as you breathe out, you sink down heavier, but your spine remains rising towards the sky. And it's like you've got a silk thin thread connecting you, holding you up from the skies above. Crown point towards the sky. And as you breathe in, the stomach expands all the way around, sides, back. And as you breathe out, it contracts. So we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths, starting by emptying your stomach fully. And then you breathe in through the nose into the stomach, filling your lungs all the way up to the top. And as you breathe out through a pinhole through the lips. Now one more breath in, fresh chi, fresh air. And breathe out stagnant thoughts and air, and releasing the past, releasing the future. And then breathe in through the nose, breathe in this present moment. And let go as you breathe out through a pinhole through your lips. And continue breathing in and out through the nose. And I will start to draw the hexagram for April. So how are the energies for April? Starting with the lower gua, the inner gua, and how do we best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous way forward? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake. So we have thunder below, chin. And let's take the upper. Continue breathing in and out through your nose. Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake, metal. So we have mountain. mountain, so nourishing. Again, stillness. And then let's have a look at the where we are in this process of this hexagram, which is nourishing. So we had the initial 9, second 6, third 6, fourth 6, fifth 6. So we've got yin changing into a yang. Which is we have thunder over wind. And then we have yin, 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 and we have kun, the hidden energy. It's earth. Earth is going to be below the surface, always with us all throughout the month, okay? And the earth is the great nourisher, okay? It's responding to our needs and bringing us nourishment whenever we need. And then the main energy of this month is nourishment. So we are being guided, I can say it immediately here, we are being guided to look after ourselves and really start to nourish our body, mind and spirit, okay? So let's have a look. We've got, see at the numbers here, we've got mountain over thunder, which is 27. And then we've got wind over thunder, which is 42. And then we have 2. There's a lot of 2s as well. I'm not, I don't know much about numerology. Maybe I should start looking into that as well. We'll see. But so we've got 27, which is nourishing. Which is Yi, which is a earth energy. Earth. And then we've got 42, which is increasing. Which is wood energy, growing upwards, but stability, but still movement, okay? And then 2, which is responding. Which is as well earth and because it's earth and earth, right? So it's earth. Earth. So general guidance here and what I feel and what the hexagrams are speaking about is to pay attention to what we are taking in. And then also this underlying energy, which is earth as well, is allowing ourselves to be nourished. And then also is speaking about us responding. We have the stillness of the mountain. Mountain here above speaks about stillness. Below here within we have thunder, which is also shock, but it's also taking action. So that's within. But I think the action that we're being guided to take is to nourish our body, mind and spirit. Okay, we need to learn things. So, and nourish our mind with, be really careful at what we are taking in, right? I think we should get off social media as much as possible. Choose books wisely. Read a lot. Read books. Read lots of books, right? Or maybe just one book, but really immerse yourself in this book. I read this beautiful book. It's only a little one, and it's by Hermann Hesse, and it's Siddhartha, and it's sort of, about Buddha's journey, but although it's not about Buddha, it's about Siddhartha. It's another seeker, or somebody who becomes in the end enlightened. It's beautiful, so I recommend that one. And I was really, as I was reading this book, I would take in each words, and if I felt like I skimmed through a paragraph, I had to go back. And it's only a little book, but it was like had so much wisdom in it. And these are the kind of books that we need to read, okay? Find books with words with wisdom in it. Some I Ching, for example, could be good to read. Or whatever you have, right? Whatever is your fancy. But to take in, we need to nourish our spirit, I feel. In order to find this stillness, so we can, find this stillness and warmth from within. So this will sort of lay the ground for us taking action in our new ventures, okay? But it's not just nourishing our mind, it's also nourishing our body. Like with what we're taking in, what are you eating? What are we eating? What are we nourishing ourselves with? So lots of fruit and vegetables and wonderful food, and organic if you can try to do that, right? If you can afford that, and if it's readily available for you, it's really good. Drink lots of water to rinse out your body, to cleanse your body. Try to stay away from alcohol and fizzy drinks and sugary drinks and things like this. So it feels like almost like a detox, but also nourishing detox. So maybe even fast for a few days, and then think about, taking in good food to restabilize ourselves, to rebalance ourselves. And then with the mind as well, is there something you wanted to study? Then do that. But also meditation, like nourish our mind, calm our mind, find this stillness of the mountain in our mind from meditation. I feel like there's a lot of stillness. We are being asked to slow down, despite the fact there's also speaking about taking action here with the thunder, with the action with the Chen, right? But it's action within, So the steps that we're taking now that are within to nourish ourselves, it feels like we're not making an awful lot of movement here with the stillness of the mountain without, but actually we are laying the groundwork for our future, and which means we're actually going to do a lot more than it seems like. Many times we are rushing around, and doing lots of things. We end up not getting much done because we were too scattered. But when we do the action that we take, comes from stillness and wisdom and actually thinking things through, then we only need to take little action and we'll have such great effect. So that's what we're doing now. And within, like underneath all this that's going on, we have Mother Earth looking after us and guiding us to really going into responding rather than reacting. We are not being asked to be leaders this month. We are responding to what's going on around us. And this could be a practice as well. So if you've got difficult times around you, you can practice to respond rather than react and get angry and worked up, right? Find ways to calm your mind and calm your spirit. and respond in a way, and then make gold out of what you're learning, right? Although it's difficult time, and then allow yourself to cultivate your virtue and cultivate your inner harmony, cultivate your inner stillness, cultivate this joy within, like without this need of having something from without to nourish us. Like it will come from within. And if you take from without, it should be really good food, good text, good life, lots of wisdom. So fasting comes to me bodily and spiritually as well. Fasting with all the things that are coming in, like social media and all these kind of things. Fast from that. Cut away that as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the changing line, which is the fifth line there. But first, actually have a look at this. Nourishing, being steadfast and upright, good fortune. Watch your nourishment. Pay attention to what is in your mouth, right? So pay attention to what you take in. And with your mouth, it's like in either way. And also, pay attention to what is in your mouth, because your words comes from your mouth as well. So it's not just about what you take in. It's also what you give out. Right? What are you sharing? Very important. Are you sharing anger and resentment and gossip and all these kind of things, right? Or are you sharing love and compassion and wisdom? Or maybe just your silence, right? Many times it's better not to say anything at all because what we say might just actually just bring harm rather than anything good, although our intention might be to do something good. Okay, so let's have a look at the fifth line here. Contrary to normal, abide in being steadfast and upright. Good fortune, not appropriate to cross great rivers. So not appropriate to cross great rivers. So it's not like that. It shouldn't get into something that it's sort of risky and dangerous now. We're really being asked to remain in stillness. Okay. Good fortune in abiding in being steadfast and upright, due to devotedly following the one above. Devotedly following the one above. And it's also, yes, talking about we are not leading now. We are responding, we are following, okay? And this is not, but when we're talking about following, it's not just following anyone just mindlessly. We actually could actually be following yourself as well, right? Your self-leadership. But then if in order to do that, you need to be a great leader for yourself, right? In order to do that. And that could be your practice as well. How do I lead myself best? How do I follow? What would I like to follow? What kind of leader would I like to follow? And then become that. That could be your practice for the month, right? But it's also speaking about, yes, here, filling with food, warming with clothes, living leisurely without learning, it is little short of animals. Right? So speaking about, yes, just no trivial activities. Social media gone. Learn. Living leisurely without learning, right? It's just wasting time. This is not the time for that. This is to soak ourselves in wisdom and goodness. The yielding line at the fifth place is in the place of a ruler. It is a yin element at the yang place, central but not correct. She is not strong enough to nourish and nurture the people solely by herself. Instead, she relies on the one above, the sage at the uppermost place. In this way, she acts contrary to what is appropriate. Although it is against her will, she has no choice. Her motive is pure and correct. She does it for the people. Therefore, the advice is to remain steadfast and upright. Good fortune will be derived from the action of devotedly following the sage, like the wise person. The structure of the gua is solid outside and empty inside, like a boat. After this line moves from yielding to solid, the upper gua alternates to wind. An empty vessel encounters wind and storm, there is danger. Thus the Yao text warns that one should not cross great rivers. In other words, do not do anything lightly. No, this is going within. And although it's saying don't do anything lightly, it doesn't mean to be really serious all the time either, right? But it needs to have value. It needs to bring great nourishment for body, spirit and mind. Okay. And then let's have a look at the increasing. What is this shifting in us? This is the shift that coming out of this, okay, which is increasing 42. And let's have a look at increasing. And this, yes, and this, with the increasing is, and with this actually staying within and really nourish ourselves and finding times to build our wisdom and listen to us and make plans before we move forward and really land and ground ourselves before we start to make any real progress forward. This will actually allow us to increase, like, in the long run, although right now it feels like we're a turtle, we're not moving fast, very fast. We're like the stillness of the mountain is what it looks like on the outside. But within, with the thunder, and even here, like in this one, in the shift, there's thunder, is action within. The action within will turn into, like, all this action where we're cultivating our inner and filling ourselves with wisdom and good food, will move into gentle movement without. We're actually starting to take great strides, but this is increasing. It's increasing our virtues, like we're growing with this. We're growing with the wood here. It's like it's growing upwards, like it would. And we've got to make sure as well, like with wood, when it's growing, like a tree that's growing, it needs to grow just as deeply underneath the earth as it does up. So it's steady. So it won't fall for this wind. If there's a storm coming, right, it keeps steady. It will just sort of sway in the wind rather than being uprooted, because it's got the roots are growing so deeply within. So this is the guidance of this month, really, to have all the action within. And it looks like absolute stillness without. To respond to what's going on and not pushing forward in something new. So this, it is, which seems like absolute stillness on the outside, is actually paving way for great strides in a very near future, because we will then be able to move forward in wisdom and actually knowing the steps that we are taking and feeling more confident, and we're being nourished both physically and mentally. So I'm talking about also practicing Qigong and yoga, and do everything that nourishes your whole body, mind and spirit. So that's the advice for April 2026. I hope this reading was of benefit for yourself, and look after yourself. Really, this month is for you to nourish yourself and make sure that you step out of April into May ready to take on the world. Okay, I'm wishing you a beautiful April ahead.